Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Wrestle Talk. I'm your host with the most, Joe Lands. Thank you for your support. Let's get into what we need. Okay, so as of right now, we have 3 matches confirmed for WWE's Payback pay-per-view. Number 1 is Ryback against Cena in a 3 stages of hell match for the belt. It's going to be a good match. I can almost guarantee it is. They haven't done that match in a while. Should be good. Number 2 is going to be Jericho against Punk. Once again, they wrestled each other before, but it's going to work out. It's going to be a good match. Number 3 was announced on Monday night, and that is a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. You got Wade Barrett against The Miz and Fandango. Awesome match. There's 2 matches that haven't been announced yet, and that is Sheamus against Damian Sandow and, of course, Alberto Del Rio against Dolph Ziggler. With all those matches, it should be a pretty good pay-per-view. Check it out. Give WWE your support. Stephanie McMahon and Triple H came back on Monday night. They've been away for a while, and the whole thing was they came back to stop Triple H from getting into the ring, further injuring himself. They weren't supposed to come back yet. They were supposed to come back on TV later on, but they were brought back early to try to get more ratings. It didn't really work because Monday Night Raw got the lowest rating that they've gotten all year. Of course, also at the same time Monday Night Raw is going on, you got the NBA Championship, so it kind of makes sense. WWE has some new DVDs coming out. They've got the Best of Madison Square Garden. WWE's had a lot of iconic matches at Madison Square Garden. It should be a great DVD. Pick it up. The other one is War Games. Now, War Games was... WWE has never had War Games. It was basically WCW and NWA. And since WWE has the rights to WCW, they're able to use that. It should be a great DVD. I've seen some of the match listings, and it's going to be a really good DVD. For those of you who don't know what it is, War Games is you have 2 teams comprised of 4 people. 2 people start in the ring, and after a certain amount of time, another wrestler, one from one of the teams, comes in the ring. So you always have like double teams and triple teams, and it works out. It's really good. Check it out. Looks like we may also have some new members of the Bray Wyatt family. They aired a promo on Monday night, and it showed some more wrestlers there, some more people there. So I'm not sure if they were just extras or if they were actually going to be a part of the family. Nobody really knows yet. I'm super excited about this stable coming. I'm super excited about how WWE has been doing it. I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be great. It's spooky. It's creepy. It's going to be good. WWE has also decided to try to bring back their tag team belts. Their tag team division. At one point, WWE had a very, very, very strong tag team division, from the Bushwhackers to the Hart Foundation. But lately, throughout the years, they've been kind of slacking. They haven't had the same kind of tag teams that they used to. So they're trying to get back into that, which I think is a great idea, because you need the tag teams. By having singles wrestling is great, you still need the tag team. And right now, WWE doesn't really have too many tag teams, so I'm glad that they're deciding to fix that. That's about it for WWE. Let's go into some TNA. Sunday was TNA's pay-per-view Slammiversary, And it was a pretty good pay-per-view. It wasn't bad. They crowned 3 new champions. Chris Sabin won the X Division Championship. Abyss came back and won the TV Championship. And James Storm and I can't remember the other guy's name. He won the Tag Team Championship. And it all ended with Bully Ray defeating Sting to retain his belt. He did it by cheating, but he still beat him, so that means that Sting can no longer wrestle for the championship. One of the bigger parts of the night was Kurt Angle getting inducted into announcing that they were inducting Kurt Angle into the TNA Hall of Fame. Which is great. You know, Kurt Angle's a great wrestler. I don't mind that at all. I think that maybe they should have used a wrestler that helped bring TNA to where it is, like Jeff Jarrett, who created TNA, or AJ Styles, who helped build TNA. I think that the reason why they did that was so that they can have one up on the WWE and tell Vince, that they got Kurt Angle into their Hall of Fame before Vince did. Another big event that happened was the fact that Rampage Jackson, the MMA fighter, has signed a contract for TNA and Bellator championship. That's pretty big. Everybody knows who Quentin Rampage Jackson is. He's a big wrestling fan. He's got good charisma. He's got good, I'm sure that if they can get him into the ring, he will be a big, big, big star. I'm actually quite impressed that they were able to sign him. Now, he's not just going to be wrestling here. He's mainly there for the Bellator MMA championships. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. That after the pay-per-view, TNA released one of their announcers, the newest announcer, or commentator, I should say. And the reason why is because it really wasn't working out with 3 commentators. They're more fit for 2 commentators, so it makes sense. So I wish the guy the best in his, best in his career, and hope that things work out for the guy. That's about it for TNA. Let's get into some independent wrestling. My favorite, myself. Saturday, June the 8th, at the Hedgesville Fire Department in Hedgesville, West Virginia, CPW is making their debut in Hedgesville at the fire department. It's going to be a great night. It starts at 7 o'clock. They're going to have a body slam match. They're going to have a fit match where if the guy doesn't win in 15 minutes, then he gets if the guy wins in 15 minutes, then he gets $1,000. They're going to have a tag team match. Cobra Kai, Kevin Klein, and Robbie Page are reuniting to go against Deuce Donatello and Bill Baines. It's going to be an action-packed night. It's a family night. It's a family event. Bring your kids out. They can get the autographs from all of the wrestlers. Not going to have any big names there, but that's okay. That's why I like independent wrestling, because it's more of a fan event. You get to meet all of the wrestlers there. Unlike a WWE event where you don't usually get to meet any of the wrestlers. Sometimes you will, but sometimes you won't. So definitely, if you have kids, bring them out there. They're going to have a great time. There's food out there. It's not too expensive. I think it's like $10 a ticket. It's It's definitely worth it. Come out and support some independent wrestling. Now, I'm going to tell the story about how Medusa, the WWE, the WCW, women's wrestler screwed the WWE. Medusa was a wrestler in WCW, and she was pretty popular, and she left after a while, and she joined the WWF at the time. And they built their women's division around her. She became their champion. Well, Nitro starts up, and they're having the Monday Night Wars, and all of a sudden, one night on Nitro, she shows up. Vince didn't know she was going to be there. Nobody in WWF knew she was going to be there. The only people that knew she was going to be there was probably Eric Bischoff. And she shows up, and she's got the WWF's Women's Championship belt. She says, "I'm Medusa, always been Medusa, always will be Medusa." And she says, and this is the WWF Women's Championship belt. And she pulls a trash can, and she says, and this is what I think of the WWF Women's Championship belt, and drops it in the trash. Basically, trashing WWE. It was an awful, awful, awful event for WWE. And it definitely started things. That, for what that happened, that was probably one of the main reasons why Vince McMahon did not let Bret Hart walk out with the championship after Survivor Series. Because he couldn't run the risk of Bret Hart showing up on Nitro with his WWF Championship belt. That would have ruined him. So because of Medusa, that's what happened. I got a couple questions I gotta ask. Thank you, Elizabeth, for some more questions. The first question is, do I know of any promotions that are in competition with the WWE? The answer is no. I really don't. Right now, WWE has the monopoly of wrestling promotions. I don't know if there ever will be another wrestling federation that will be in contention with the WWE. As of right now, no, there's really not. The closest is TNA, and that's the closest. If maybe Ring of Honor could get a better TV deal, or but as of right now, no. And how do these wrestlers throw around 300-pound men for 10, 15 minutes? Well, everybody says, oh, wrestling's easy. No, it's not. It's very, very, very strenuous. You have to rely on the person that you're wrestling with. You both have to work together in order for it to work out. When these wrestlers get body slammed, it doesn't just take one wrestler lifting the guy up. No, the other guy, he jumps up a little bit as he's getting lifted up. And it's very, very strenuous, and a lot of wrestlers a lot of people, show up for wrestling thinking that they can do it and that it's going to be easy, when in fact it's really not. It's one of the most strenuous things, you ever would think, because you're going constantly, and you constantly have to trust the person that you're wrestling with so that you don't get injured, because injuries in wrestling can happen like that. I mean, Darren Drozdoff gets put in a move, lands the wrong way, he's paralyzed. Great Khali, he was training to be a wrestler. They wanted him to use the power bomb. He used the power bomb. The guy landed on the back of his neck the wrong way. He broke his neck and he died. So wrestling is very, very dangerous as well. The moves may be choreographed, but if you don't do them the right way, and if you don't land the right way or something like that, then you can seriously get injured. I thank you for your questions. I thank you for your answers. keep sending me questions. I'll try to answer them. I hope that you enjoyed this edition of Wrestle Talk, and I'll see you later. Peace.